Set specific life and financial objectives, live within your means, and set aside a portion of your earnings for the future. While these budget and planning fundamentals remain valid, the financial landscape has altered, maybe for the better. The pandemic has shaken our society and altered the way we live, spend, and save. In today's video, we will be talking about how you should budget in the new normal. You should stay with me till the end of this video if you don't want to miss out on this great topic. Without further ado, let's get right into it. Number 1. Determine your new normal. After a year of social isolation, postponing travel, and primarily staying at home, many individuals may now resume some of the activities they missed during the pandemic. People have the chance right now to examine their expenditures and ensure that they are spending on items that are essential to them or that they have missed the most in the past. According to Tess Zigo, CFP, a financial advisor with Emerge Wealth Strategies in Lisle, Illinois, this is especially true for those who held their employment during the pandemic and were even able to save, meaning they now have some additional cash in their spending accounts. How do you want your new normal to look? Even individuals who were more severely affected by the pandemic may and should engage in a similar budget process. According to Giardino, starting with your take-home earnings, he suggests allocating 50% to living expenditures and utilities, 30% to leisure and vacation, and 20% to savings, if feasible. He also stated that individuals should always budget in the method that works best for them, whether that is with cash, a variety of expenditure tracking applications, or simply a credit card. Number 2. Review present prices. When putting out a post-pandemic budget, keep in mind that costs have risen owing to inflation, said Owens. This covers items like petrol, food, and other products and services. And it may mean that a regular pre-pandemic budget won't work right now. Travelers should undertake further research on things such as food and entertainment to ensure that they have adequate money for their holiday. Furthermore, growing expenses may cause certain projects to be priced differently or even postponed. For example, rebuilding a wooden fence in your yard may require more time and money owing to the recent timber scarcity, expenditures that you may not have factored into your initial budget. As inflation continues to drive up prices, Owens advises customers to keep a tight eye on their spending areas where expenses are rising in the next months and years, especially if they are frequently traveling. Number 3. Rebuild savings. According to experts, making sure you're putting enough of your wages to save in an emergency fund is a vital aspect of a budget. Don't forget about your future self. Many people had to delve into their emergency reserve money to keep afloat during the pandemic. Even if their incomes are stable, individuals should first restore such emergency resources before spending too much on simply emphasizing debt repayment. The logic behind saving for an emergency fund first or concurrently with debt repayment, if possible, is that if you experience another setback such as your car breaking down or needing to repair your washing machine, you'll be able to handle it without incurring additional debt. The suggestion is that you should separate your income and spending and then multiply the amount you'd want to have in an emergency fund by the number of people in your household. Experts often propose 3 to 6 months worth of living expenses, then divide that number down into monthly amounts that you can save, adding that it will most likely take months or years to attain the objective. Number 4. Create alignment. Instead of starting with the previous year's budget, start at the end. Determine the most critical strategic areas for your investment. Determine the amount of money you will need for the year or on a month-to-month basis, then ensure that your investment priorities are shared. This is not simply cost-cutting, but value-driven planning. You need to be able to draw a month-to-month budget for the next 12 months that is accurate and which you will be following as your blueprint. It may be reviewed 4 times a year. Number 5. Put new data and processes in place. You need to review your previous budget and see where you went right and went wrong, and then realign those with the new budget and place practical data that can help you budget better for the coming year. Be able to know what you will spend on and also be able to determine how much you will receive that particular year, including your extra income. You can make an average of how much you received last year and put it onto the new year. And make sure that you record every single thing you buy. Every single cent should be accounted for. Number 6, ensure culture is change ready. Sometimes we spend according to the way that we view ourselves and the things that we love, and that's why it's important for one to caution themselves against impulsive buying. If going to the grocery store hungry makes you buy unnecessary food, then make sure that you eat and are full before you go to the store. You need to be able to understand the way in which you respond to money as well as products that you might want to buy. Consider online shopping instead. Number 7, create contingency. Budgeting now considers best case possibilities such as your car breaking down, your house needing repairments, and other emergency occurrences that might need your finances. These unusual expenses might be out of your budget and sometimes may even cost more than your emergency fund, especially if you have only started saving towards your emergency fund and the fund is not as huge as it's supposed to be. Value-based budgeting is unconcerned about how much money you spend in the previous year. It begins with determining the amount of investment required to promote development. This is not to say that you should not consider the previous year's budget, but you should align the current year's budget with some of the things that you want to achieve. Now that's it for today, and I really hope you enjoyed watching this video. Let us know in the comments section below if you have set yourself a budgeting plan for the coming year. Remember to like and subscribe to our channel for more videos like this.